Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Brian, the NBA is trying to engage short attention spans. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, sitting down for 2.5 hours isn't how people watch these days, and we lose most fans when we move off live action. So, Brian, the league has reduced timeouts. They've shortened halftime and more to try to keep viewers tuned in.
That makes sense, Allie. Thanks. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for LaMelo Ball.
And his scoring numbers have been moving in the right direction these past few years. He's continued to get better at adjusting to what opposing defenses are throwing at him, and he's finding ways to get buckets by any means necessary.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Ball is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's P.J. Washington, and it's Williams in at the 5, down low. And for Brooklyn, Royce O'Neal is out there with Johnson. Then it's Mikal Bridges, then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Well, we're more than a few games into the year. How much do we know about this year's rookie class, Grant?
Well, it's still early. We have to remember we might be a half year into a decade-plus career for some of these guys. So I think it's best to reserve judgment for now. An NBA career is a marathon.
Here's O'Neal. Outside Johnson, down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Ball. He's all alone, and Ball throws it down.
What an exciting young star LaMelo Ball is. Already a fan favorite if he's in the open court. Look out.
Now here's Dinwiddie, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Bridges on the attack, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Boy, that's what you call great thinking on the fly. Passing on the shot in midair and laying it off to the open man.
Ball against Dinwiddie, and Ball gets it to go.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Here's O'Neal. Off the mark there with a 3. First quarter, just over a minute played. Ball outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I think the first thing that strikes you when you watch LaMelo Ball is the flair and the vision he has for passing the basketball. So much so, guys, consider the second youngest star to ever hit 700 career assists. The first, LeBron James.
And that one falls for Ball. It's been so impressive how quickly LaMelo Ball has adapted to NBA play, Doris.
Well, from the outset, B.A., he has looked like he has belonged. This guy distinguished himself amongst his class of rookies. And consider now, it's really about refining point guard skills, continuing to be consistent as a perimeter shooter. Point guard position has a lot of responsibility.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Oh, there's Finds the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Williams against Dinwiddie. Lets the three fly. Ball no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the inside, O'Neal. Washington grabs the miss. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Ball. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. Ball's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Stolen by Rozier. In transition, here they come. And Ball with the basket. The assist by Rozier. Ball's got 10.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Here's Dinwiddie. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now here's Bridges. Pass to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Here's Claxton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Now here's Ball. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Now, this is just a big-time offensive performance from a young LaMelo Ball. He's already put the league on notice.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship caliber team.
Timeout called, Brooklyn.
For your Hornets.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the Raptors. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Charlotte, they've been giving their all in every game, eager to show those who doubted them that they're capable of being the top team.
Here's Thomas, 15 in his last outing. Back to Simmons. Fires for 3. Thomas misses. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
And on the way to the floor, give it up for Team Height.
Ball, he's checked in for Martin. Let's see the stat sheet here for Terry Rozier.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Ball. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Harris outside. And the Nets miss again. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-6 run. Smith in the high post. Smith in the high post. Here's Ball. He takes it in. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Sumner. 50 seconds left to play in the first. Thomas misses. For Charlotte, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go. Simmons against Ball. Over Simmons. Ball with another miss. The Nets have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Outside Simmons. Simmons with the jam.
Yes, he has the size, but you also have to be willing to be alert and active on the offensive glass. Ben Simmons, always a willing participant.
And Ball throws it down.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Harris outside. Here's Simmons. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. And so it's Charlotte finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Hornets?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Here's Rozier. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Johnson is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Thomas in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. We know dead ball situations are where some fans change the channel. Doris, has the league done enough to discourage intentional fouls?
Every form of media, to me, BA, is trying to capture the imagination of their fans. So anything that enhances your product is something that in the long term is going to do well for you.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. And now we get a second to view the top scoring teams in the league. Number 1, Charlotte.
We knew the scoring talent on this team would be tremendous, but they may have even exceeded our own expectations.
Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Yes, sir. LaMelo Ball has handles, folks. He can get where he wants to on the floor. What a move.
The Nets shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Here's Thomas. Can't hit from the elbow.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Williams passes to Rozier. Washington up top. Williams on the wing. Here's Ball. Nice jump shot. Ball's got 20 points.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Brooklyn with the ball. Down by 12. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Thomas. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. For 3, O'Neal. Williams grabs the board. The Hornets have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to Washington. Now Ball fires the 3. Connects from downtown. He's got 25.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The Nets have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Got it. Ball's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
So it's Brooklyn now. in the second quarter held scoreless.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Hornets. They love where they stand right now. First place. And of course, Brooklyn just need to keep fighting.
I think for the Nets, they have had a truly awful start to the year. They need to course correct now before the whole season just slips away.
And there was such high hopes for them in the preseason. It's hard to believe how quickly these losses are piling up.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Johnson finds Dinwiddie. Here's O'Neal. Can they get it? And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does. Boy, you think about the start of Spencer Dinwiddie's career, it was rocky. This guy falls to the second round. He gets waived a couple of times. It wasn't until he found his way to the Nets that he started to find his footing. What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Dinwiddie. And there's the lob. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Yeah, no lack of confidence in Mikal Bridges. This guy believes he can make shots.
Here's Charlotte. They're on a 13-4 run. Talking about Dinwiddie, he steadily improved with Brooklyn, Doris.
He sure did, B.A., averaging 20 points per game during that 19-20 season. Then he was rewarded with a huge free agent deal during the summer of 2021. Perseverance is a big-time part of his story.
Now here's Johnson. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Rozier. Yep, that one goes. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, you have to be aggressive, powering through contact. Mikal Bridges, no signs of backing away.
The 15-footer. Offensive rebound. That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Simmons is checked in for Claxton. Finney-Smith comes in for O'Neal. Harris is checked in for Johnson. And Sumner subbed in for Dinwiddie. Pure from three-point range. Ball's got 32 points. The Nets have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Bridges. And that one drops for him. Bridges has got 8 points.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Brooklyn with the board. And here's Harris. 4-3. Bull grabs the board. 30 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Ball. This one for 3. Fires in the triple. Ball's got 35 in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Simmons, no good. Ball with it. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. So both teams changing it up here.
Well, what we know is LaMelo Ball is so young, but already an all-star. The future bright with a guy who can pass it and shoot it as consistently as he can.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Charlotte Hornets delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Happy to have you with us. Let's start things off with our Players of the Week. In the West, Luka Doncic.
This isn't the first, and it will not be the last one of these awards for Luka Doncic. A master at getting his own shot, as well as creating for others. Simply unstoppable on offense. Also a tremendous rebounder in his position.
Now let's talk about our game tonight. A nightmare of a first half for the Nets.
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. You can't match up physically, you're toast. And that's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Steve Clifford. They've got LaMelo Ball. He's out there with Terry Rozier, and it's Miller in at the small forward. Now here's Dinwiddie. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he lobs it up to the rim, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
And few players can be that accurate with a pass from that distance.
And then that authoritative with the finish.
That is true.
Pass the ball. Takes the 3. He drops it from range. Ball's got 41.
Boy, early in his career, LaMelo Ball has let you know I am dangerous from deep. The 3 ball is good.
A difficult situation for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Smith, he's checked in for LaMelo Ball.
At the line, Spencer Dinwiddie. At the line, 1 shot.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
A look at the NBA assist leaders over the last 10 games. Moving the rock with ease. LaMelo Ball, number 1.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Charlotte has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Rozier, the pass to Ball, lets it go from deep, and the three-pointer goes.
3.
Ball's got 44.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Dinwiddie against Smith. Here's Bridges, and the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 7th assist here tonight. To the left wing, the 3 from Ball. Brooklyn with the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Screen by Claxton. Dinwiddie with it. Checked by Washington.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Ball outside. Smith finds Ball. Knocks down the long J. Ball's got 47 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That'll be a second foul of the game. On defense, the visiting team. Wide open.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
O'Neal misses. Ball outside. Puts up a 3. Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And he's going for the lob. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
Here's Rozier. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Ball. Over Bridges. Ball no good.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Oh, sweet move. And the play by Bridges as he finishes it off for 2. Bridges has got 14 points for the game. Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Oh, deflected. Pass to Smith. The 3 from Ball. Here's Williams. Back to Smith. The kick out to Ball. Hits yet again. Wow. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Time to make some noise for your Hornets.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .136 left in the third quarter. Here's Thomas. Over Hield. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
And now back, here they are. Team.
LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Smith. And during the last month's worth of play, here are the top rebounding squads in the league. Number 1, Charlotte.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
Inside. And Ball with a basket. The assist by Hield. Hield's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, this guy has made giant strides in his playmaking. Nice setup by Buddy Hield right there.
Pass to Harris. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Finney Smith's gotten his first points of the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Ball right side. High arcing shot. And the shot goes down.
You're starting to be able to trust that Terry Rozier is going to make these finds.
And they double up Simmons. Here's Sumner. And the 3 off target. For Charlotte, they've gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Hield passes to Martin. Now here's Ball. Simmons defending. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 59 points.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thomas. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Ball. And again.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Here's Thomas. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The Hornets delivering the blowout. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Edmund Sumner is out there with Patrick Mills. Then there's Sharp, then it's Joe Harris, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. And here's Harris outside. Drops in the 3. Harris has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Timeout. Away team. And your next team.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's what we call a high-effort play by Dorian Finney-Smith. Takes it right to the defense and gets the whistle.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Now here's Smith. Here's Ball. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And the Nets shooting 41% in this game. Here's Sumner. He's guarded by Martin. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup. Sumner's got his first bucket in this one.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by this staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
Ball no good. And Brooklyn has possession. Harris passes to Mills. Smith with the rebound. Well, the Hornets shooting the ball with purpose. They're 68% from the field. Back to Martin. Smith right side. Pass to Bowl. To the paint. Here's Ball. From 13 feet, down it goes. Ball's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, you have to be willing to take what the defender gives you. LaMelo Ball gets into that mid-range, makes the defender pay.
Harris outside. The 3. Can't get it to drop. And Charlotte going the other way now.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Mills. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Ball. And Ball throws it down.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Sumner. He's guarded by Martin. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Ball.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And last season, new trophies unveiled for the conference finals, honoring Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I love bringing up these names again.
I agree, B.A. I mean, these are legends. These were those that laid the foundation for this league to be successful. So the idea of adding a little hardware and putting their names on it, I couldn't think of anything better.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Smith. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Ball gets it to go.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Harris. There's the three. Smith with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Ball with a basket. The assist by Smith. Ball's got 13 points in this quarter.
Wow, the agility to beat the contact. Such a clever move by LaMelo Ball.
The Nets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Sumner. Back to Dinwiddie. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
The Hornets have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Ball. And it's Harris with the rebound. Well, Brooklyn's shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Stolen by Ball. .127 left to play in the fourth. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hornets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for LaMelo Ball.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Now here's Dinwiddie trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. And Ball gets it to go.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Smith against Dinwiddie. Going inside. Banked it in off the glass.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Ball. Here's Sumner, hounded by Ball. Good D by Ball.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And they double up Ball for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Now Dinwiddie. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Coming out on the floor for your Knicks, Ben Simmons.
Ball outside. Launches it. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burt, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.